Hello. So this is my me resubmitting my food truck project, and just to make things easier for you guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and explain it. Hopefully, it makes this easier. So for the food truck project and what I did, and hopefully it passes everything for the to get half credit. So let's go start. So I went ahead and created the food truck class here, and I created all of the variables, primitive, and all those cool terms we're learning in class. For the unique number of counters, so for it to generate, I had to the way I found it online and the way I saw it is I had to uh, I had to pass it to this using the counter, and then I had to increment the unique number. I had to make that static and this one non-static. Um, so here is me just creating the constructor, and then I didn't need a constructor by itself, or a constructor that doesn't pass any parameters for this. Um, So then I just went ahead and just created this one here. This one was the display food information method that I used, but let's go ahead and I created my getters. I didn't need any setters because I believe that everything is pretty much placed inside here, inside the constructor. So here are my getters, and then here is the toString that we used for it to be created using our function or our little shortcuts. And then here is the display food truck method string that is thrown back out, and it's pretty much just the ID number, and it's grabbing the get counter, and then when it grabs it, it designates the number and then it increments throughout time. So then the food truck, the get food truck name, the food type, and just pretty much just the way I want it displayed. But I know based on the instructions, we also want to call it by the toString. So I went ahead and placed both of those there. So I went ahead and imported the import Java scanner, and then of course I created my main, and then I created the scanner here, created the food truck array, and I called it all food trucks. And then I placed the variable at 5 because we only want a maximum of 5 to be placed inside the array of the object of food truck. And then here are the strings that I created: the food truck name, the food type, the menu option, the number choice, and then of course here are all my the variables that I'm using. String max number of null. So here I tell the person, hey, you can enter up to 5 food trucks in this app, and so I limited it at 5. So while choice, which choice is true, um, and then while counter is less than 5 and counter is here at 0, I went ahead and entered the, go ahead and print this out. It pretty much passed the variable here, and then when it is looking to see if it's quit, if it is quit, it breaks out of this loop and then it goes straight into the menu. So it goes all the way down here, and then it checks if the counter is 0, because if no food trucks are entered, then it's going to go ahead and say you did not enter any food trucks, exit the app, and then exits the app. Maybe I should put the keyboard first. I should probably correct that part. Russell never close it. So, and then, so it closes the keyboard and then exits out of the system. If it does not put quit, or if they do not press quit here, let's see, it goes straight into the next one. It goes, it enters the truck name, and then it goes the food type, enter your rating, and here I did a while loop to see if it's going to be equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, just in case they put in a string or anything weird. I used the next int for the number choice. I tested the conditions here, and then if it is equal to that, then I converted it back into a number rating, and that broke out of this loop. Once I broke out of this loop, it goes down here. and pretty much places all the numbers or all the variables, the parameters here, the here into each of the inside the constructed food truck, and it's based on the counter, which counter is 0, and then it pretty much all food trucks counter get rating, so I can pretty much get the rating and put it inside the number rating, and then I start adding up all the ratings together into the sum num, because then we'll be using that number in order for us to calculate the average. So then if max number is -1, because we're not going to have anything less than, because the rating is from 1 to 0 or 1 to 5, it's going to go ahead and make the num rating to the max number. And I'll show you all this stuff here. And then, so it's pretty much, if it's -1, we're just pretty much going to make the number rating that we created here, and we're going to place it into the max number as the first number, being the one to check to see who's going to have the highest rating. So it's pretty much going to be the highest rating here, the max number, and then max number is going to be highest rated food truck, and then it's going to display all the information. And then we could also, we're also going to call it toString, and I also placed that here in the case. So, and then if the max number is less than the num rating, which we calculated or we got here, then we're going to make that the new max number, and then we're also going to make the variable max number truck when we call there, and then the counter is going to be incrementing, and then we're going to use that counter as the number of times or number of trucks that we have inside the app in order for us to calculate the average. So if it's 0, of course there's no trucks, there's nothing to really calculate, so I'm just going to have the whole thing exit. If that doesn't meet, then it's going to go next to the while loop here, so the menu choice, which is true. So we're going to go ahead and ask press 1 for listing all the trucks, C2, and pretty much all these options here. Now I've created cases for all these. So case 1 is going to be the food truck. All food truck is going to display everything. And here I've placed a note. My way of formatting, displaying the food truck information, also checks for any issues that will skip, or that will check pretty much that issue that will skip over the null elements in the array. So it's going to go ahead and it's going to display all the information, and this tests whether the toString method is called from the food truck class. Oh man, my English is not very good looking. And then it's going to call it, so pretty much a toString, to see if it works. If not, then it's going to continue, and it's going to go back up to the next. This is pretty much going to skip that part for the for loop. So it's going to continue back here, and it's going to pretty much going to print until it's done. And then after it's done, it's going to break. Once it's broken, it's going to go here, and then it's going to actually going to go back up to, since it's going to be continued, it's going to break, and then I believe it's going to be going back into the while loop. Yep, we're going to go back to the while loop. So, and then it's going to ask for the menu again. If it's going to be for 2, it's going to be saying average rating for all number of trucks is, and then the average. And I placed a multiple sign here, 1 times 0, so then we could actually get a decimal as the answer when we calculate the average. Case 3 will provide the max number, max food number, and then if it's 4, it's going to pretty much say menu is going to be false, and so it's going to, and then we're going to break out of this case, and then it's going to break out of the whole loop. This is going to say have a great day, and then it's going to say, it's going to close everything out, and then it's going to pretty much say false. This I need to delete. I don't know why I placed that. I need to make sure that I update my code correctly. So let's go ahead and run this. Okay. So, alright, we're going to enter, I don't know, Chipotle. Chipotle. And we're gonna say it's Mexican food, and I am gonna say let's give that a 3. Say 1 from all the people getting sick. Let's see, we could have a Taco Bell mobile, and then we'll have food type truck, tacos. I don't know, 2, and then burger mobile. I don't know. American. Let's put 3. Enter food truck name. Let's see here. I don't know, Roach Coach. That Roach Couch. I don't know. 4, 0, and then and then actually, well, never mind. Let's put 3 again, and then food truck name. We'll put Skill Distillery Sandwiches. Sandwiches, and then we'll put a 4. Alright, and so it's going to ask for the menu. I could type in that, and it's going to say you have entered an invalid entry. I could put in 6, and it's going to also do the same thing because we're checking to see if it's within the 1 through 4 options from the cases, as we saw the cases here. And then let's put 1. Okay, so here 1, we're checking to. This is how I like it displayed. This is to check to see if it's printing the toString. So I placed them both here because I would not put this one in. Just that's me. I'll have it more formatted this way. But I just wanted to show you guys the toString, it works. So, and then we pretty much just have all of the information here. And then see if the numbers are, make sure that they're legit. Yes, they are that numbered. So I'm happy with that. The 2, let's get the average. Alright, so the average rating for all 5 trucks is 2.6. Okay, and then let's go with 3. The highest rated food truck is the ID number, and that's what I call pretty much the max food truck here. And then let's quit the program, and then you have entered that. Well, that's because we want to press 4, and pretty much have a great day, and it cancels everything out. So hopefully that's a good explanation, and that's how I kind of did all the class here, or for the food project. All right, have a great day.